Hey guys, Holiday Master here, and today's video is another Frankenstein video actually. Yesterday I took a video of the 4-foot one. Now I am going to upload both videos just to have them uploaded, but after this one, I'm going to go ahead and remake the video of that one, because as you can see, I ended up giving it a permanent base fan. So there'll be 2 videos of him coming, but anyway. So this is my Gemmy 2003 8-foot tall inflatable Frankenstein. I got this off a buddy of mine that lives down the road for 20 bucks, mainly because he found it in his shed, and it was completely heat damaged. It really didn't inflate. It inflated, but it laid there, and it's faded, and it's really worn out. But this is what it's supposed to look like. I mean, the box is in fabulous shape. 2003. So even if I were to get rid of this one, I might keep the box in case I find another one. But it still has the double box and everything. But yeah, so here's the box. Has the original base, not the fan though. The fan is different, and I'll show that here in just a second. Then there's the classic back again. Gemmy 2003. So yeah, I really hope to find a better one. And here's why. I'll tell you here in a second. But there's also a 12-foot and a 4-foot one I would love to have if I can ever find one. Anyway, the reason I'd love to find another one, this thing is faded. The green is almost white. But what sucked about it was you can see where it's shiny. The whole back of it was completely see-through. So what I did, I was testing with it kind of, and I used the Flex Seal rub, like the liquid where you paint it on like paint. Here's the thing, and I'm saying this guys right now, so please listen to my next few words. Flex Seal liquid does work better, okay? But it's heavier. It will wear and weigh your inflatable down if you use it. For example, this thing has a 125 on it instead of a normal base like a classic would have, because the weight of this. And you'll see when it's inflated, I stopped with it because I realized the weight was just too much. So back of him's flex sealed, his hands are flex sealed, his ears are flex sealed, and part of his upper jacket, but then I stopped because I realized it was just too heavy. So sadly, because the Flex Seal was too heavy, I took the lights out of them too. So last season I had 2 lights in him, because he should have 1 in his head, 2 in his shoulders, and then 1 or 2 in his body. I took all those lights out and left only 1 in his head, 1 in his body because of the weight. Now, last season when I used it, I had 2 fans on it. This year, the inflatable that had this fan, I threw out. It was not fixable. So, he got that fan. It's again, 125, much bigger than what this thing's used to. So, he does inflate and he does stand, but because there's Flex Seal on his back, he wants to lean back. But he's not, like, he barely touches the dresser. Like, it's just enough where he can stand, but he leans back because of the weight of it on his back. So yeah. So again, that's why I do what I do. I would love to give you guys an answer what Gemmy uses, but I can't. And that's kind of why I'm taking my own personal items and trying them out for everyone, just because I want to make sure what's right. But until I get there, these are obviously just things you can do if you want to deal with it. My 3 Ghosts in the Pumpkin, I did the same exact thing with, and here's the issue. They're now too top heavy, so although they're not thin, they don't stand up because they're too heavy. So I'm going to have to work with them and put like a string holder on the back of their head or something just to hold them up, because I made the mistake of doing that. So the Flex Seal spray, however, It's not as thick as this, the liquid, obviously, but it does allow not as much weight to be put on the item. So although you might have to give it another coat every now and then, for inflatables like this, I would suggest the spray, mainly because it's lightweight and it does work better when you use it properly. So I just thought I'd mention that to you guys while I'm thinking about it. So yeah, without further ado, I'll go plug it in. I am going to hold the one string holder, but I'm not going to hold it up. I'm just going to hold it in place to show you guys. He does inflate with this fan. It's just, he leans back because all the Flex Seal's on his back. So, yeah, I guess without further ado, this is what he does on his own. And then if you hold it, it gives him that extra. So, like I said, guys, front of them was half Flex Sealed, and then I stopped because, I mean, it does look bad. I will say that it does look bad, but I stopped because of the weight. I didn't want to overdo it. I did have to sew his hands to his head though, because right off the bat they wouldn't stand up, so I just did that immediately. But I want to show you what I mean. He technically is standing on his own right now because he is not touching. I mean, you can see it's a small gap, but he is not touching anything. So he does stand on his own. He doesn't inflate as tight, but it's still better than nothing. So this is either going to be one I put in the yard with a spotlight on it and like a pole beside them just to hook them to, or I keep them on the porch. I have not decided yet, but yeah guys, so thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have any questions about what I said containing the Flex Seal questions, feel free to ask and I'll try to answer them. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out.